Ignition status. All functions normal.
I bet Dr. Thompson loved it.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities...
Who built this place originally?
The construction of the Institute is the work of the original survivors of the war. Our progenitors took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly... It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out... Just think what this place will look like 100 years from...
Sure.
Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of...
He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate... We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but I'm sure I've taken up an...
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but...
Great. In any case...
You mentioned medical care.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself. He's our top biologist. Dr. Volkert works... You won't find better...
Scanning. Subject identified.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
She's been at it for 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
I wasn't aware that I needed authorization.
Father may have given you the keys to the castle, but this is still my laboratory. If you plan to stay down here with us, you need to learn how things work.
Fine. I'll come back later.
So you can interrupt me twice? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone.
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lyons let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of... Since Father... I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seem to have everything under control.
The Brotherhood is having problems.
I don't see how that's my...
Sure.
Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything?
I was just told to get you to come back.
The Brotherhood wants me...
Right.
Sorry, but you're going to have to do it.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your... I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I... If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider. Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really... Stop trying to avoid the legwork. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab. I can give you a code that will get you into the sect. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our...
No visible reaction to K-14 compound. We'll start with this. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still. You could return to your duties, and remember to record every symptom you experience.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.